Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. This is day 448 of our trek, and today is Philosophy Friday. Every Friday, we'll ponder some of the basic truths and mysteries of life and how they can impact us in creating our living legacy. Currently, each Friday, we are in a multi-week trek as we explore the teachings of some of my virtual mentors, such as Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, and Earl Nightingale. The core of the current trek is based primarily on Jim Rohn's book, The 5 Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle. I have learned a considerable amount in reading and rereading this book on my own trek of life, and I trust that you will benefit from it also. Keeping in the continuity of Wisdom Trek, I will be adapting it to the 5 trails on Life's Trek. We are broadcasting from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just as the seasons of the year are changing rapidly, sometimes the seasons of our lives do also. As you know, if you have journeyed with us on our Wisdom Trek for any length of time, that we travel monthly between the Big House in Marietta, Ohio, and Home 2 in Indian Trail, North Carolina. A couple weeks ago, Paula and I made the decision to consolidate back at the Big House full-time and to sell our North Carolina home. We knew that we would eventually make this move, but it came much sooner than we anticipated. After analyzing the current housing market and based on our longer-term financial goals, we feel that it is prudent for us to make the move now. Once the decision was made, the pace of the move accelerated. Based on our realtor's advice, we have decided to move all of our household belongings and vacate the house this week. This will allow the home to be on the market and available immediately. So, if all goes according to plan, we will be heading north on Saturday with a U-Haul truck full of furniture and other household items. We would appreciate your prayers as we make this move, as it is a big one for us. We do know that it is God's will for us, but it is difficult leaving family and friends here in North Carolina. Of course, we also have family and friends in Marietta, Ohio as well. This decision is certainly in line with our personal philosophy that we do have for our lives. As we consider our personal philosophy, on our trek for today, we will continue the first of 5 trails on Life's Trek, which is the Philosophy Trail. Specifically, we want to continue our exploration on how to develop a powerful personal philosophy. If you've missed any of the past few Philosophy Friday treks, it would be good to go back and get caught up on our progress so far. We have a lot of ground to cover today, so let's break camp and continue on the first trail of our extended trek as we cover the 5 trails on Life's Trek, Philosophy Part 6. And as a reminder, our overall extended trek will cover these 5 trails: philosophy, attitude, activity, results, and lifestyle. Last week on our hike, we discovered how important self-improvement, which leads to self-mastery, is to your overall successful life. If you do not improve yourself, you are doing a disservice to you and those that you impact. In your continuing search for knowledge and understanding, there is another major discipline that will help you to capture the information around you so that your future will be better than your past. The discipline of keeping a personal journal. A journal is a gathering place for all your observations and discoveries about life. It is your handwritten or application-driven transcript narrated in your own words, which captures the experiences, ideas, desires, and conclusions about the people and events that have touched your life. A journal provides you with 2 remarkable benefits. First, it allows you to capture all the aspects of the present moment for future review. The events that take place in your life, experiences that you have lived and learned from, should not just happen. They should be captured so that your lessons can be an investment into your future. The past, when properly documented, is one of the best guides for making good decisions today that will lead to a better tomorrow. While it is true that every event is recorded in your brain, you cannot always access the specific surroundings of that event at will. Often, the details become blurred and distorted over time. You may remember the outcome, but you may have forgotten the exact sequences of events or the decisions that were made. Without accurate information to enhance your recall of the past, you run the risk of repeating many of the same errors over and over again. Without a journal for these special moments, those milestones of emotions and experiences will be blown by the winds of your own forgetfulness into the deep corners of your mind, where their value will become lost forever. The emotion of that special moment, unless captured in a journal, will soon fade. You may recall the event, but you will have lost the emotion surrounding it. The second benefit of keeping a journal is that the very act of writing, whether it's manually or electronically, about your life, helps you to think more objectively about your actions. Writing tends to slow down the flow of information. As you pause to gather your thoughts about an event that you are trying to capture on paper or within an application, you have the time to ponder and to analyze that experience. you begin to see more clearly the sources of your information, the facts on which you based your decisions, and the actions that you are taking in response to your beliefs. In other words, it's not just the event, but your own personal philosophy that comes under intense scrutiny in the process of capturing your life and recording it. It is this intense scrutiny that enables you to make the refinements in your philosophy that are truly life-changing. The discipline of keeping a journal also develops your ability to communicate more effectively. The more you practice capturing events and emotions with your words, audio, pictures, and videos, the more clearly you're able to communicate not only your ideas, but also the inherent values that exist within you. Most men and women of accomplishment maintain and frequently review their own personal journals. It is second nature to them. They seem to possess the inherent instinct that tells them that a life worth living is a life worth documenting. In fact, the process of making a deliberate and consistent habit of recording in a journal may be the very reasons for the rise to above-average levels of achievement. It is these small disciplines in life that lead to great accomplishments. When average people give care and attention to important matters, their own growth into greatness merely awaits the passage of time. Both small disciplines and minor mistakes in judgment tend to accumulate, the former to your benefit and the latter to your detriment. Neither success nor failure occurs in a single cataclysmic event. Both are the result of an accumulation of seemingly small and insignificant decisions whose collective weight over the period of a lifetime presents the individual with his or her proportionate reward. It goes back to the laws of planting and harvesting. The use or the neglect of journals is not indispensable to the achievement of success, but the use of a journal is an important piece of the trail of life called philosophy. By neglecting the journal, life's trail may lead you off course. Surely your life is worth more than a birth certificate, a gravestone, and $1 million of consumed goods and services compressed between those two major milestones of your life. Journals are the tools that enable you to document the details of your failure as well as the progress of your existence, and in that process allows you to become more than you otherwise might have been. In many places of the world, we are rapidly becoming passive intellects. The continued neglect of our reading and writing skills will lead to increasingly undisciplined thinking habits. How many of our citizens are involved in violent or white-collar crimes? How many of our children are dropping out of school? We are becoming a society of poor thinking habits, poor values, poor decisions, and a lack of personal responsibility. Society as a whole cannot become stronger until our attention to these essentials of life begins to change. We need to infuse into our society values and integrity, which do not change with the current winds of political correctness. The ability to establish more competent leadership in our government, our schools, our churches, our businesses, and our communities lies in the emerging values of the individuals that make up those. Before society at large can change, we must first change ourselves. That is why you must make a commitment to develop your full human potential. One discipline at a time, one book at a time, one small entry into your journal at a time. By changing your personal philosophy, your life will change, which in turn will change the lives of those that you impact. Now, if you don't currently journal, I would encourage you to start. Check out the Wisdom Trek journals that are available at the Legacy store on wisdom-trek.com. Well, this has been rather a long trek today, and we are deliberately taking the trek slowly as we ponder on how to develop a powerful personal philosophy on our continued hike up the trail of philosophy today. This is not an easy hike to make. It requires studying and absorbing new information that may challenge your current philosophy. It requires a discipline to journal your activities and progress that will help to build a strong foundation for your life. Next week on Philosophy Friday, we will explore the importance of the decision-making process in the pursuit of a powerful personal philosophy. Make sure that you do join us on our continuation of our trek on the Trail of Philosophy next Friday. I do know that you'll find these insights interesting and profitable in living a rich and satisfying life. Our next trek will be Motivation Monday, where we will explore the trails on how to get and stay motivated to bring value into your world. So encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with us on Monday for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person when you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. The journal for today's trek is also available at wisdom-trek.com. And I want to thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, Listen intentionally. Learn continuously. Lend to others generously. Lead with integrity. And then leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you on Monday.